Okay. Everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira. David Baruch Hashem, is it good to be back? Thank you, Hashem. Wow, it's nothing like Eretz Yisrael. Okay, and so today we're going to continue learning Likutey Halachos, of course, with Siyata Dishmaya. We are learning in the middle of Hilchos Beis HaKnesses. So we're learning the laws of shul, of the house of prayer, and we're in Halacha Gimel. We're starting today. All right, so we're starting 3 today. David, you got a place? You have the place? Mordechai, you have the place?
I'm getting there. I
Okay.
forgot my books.
Gimel. And of course, we always learn for the well-being of the Chayalim, our soldiers, the Chatufim, the captives, and all the Pitzuim, all of the injured. Let us not forget all of the injured soldiers, and we remember always the fallen soldiers. But what about all of those that are alive? Their lives have been seriously altered.
And thank you, Hashem, for bringing home the hostages that you have brought home.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. And Hashem should bring them all home. Okay. And remember, the Yeshua comes from Hashem. It doesn't come from any of these leaders, believe me. It's only going to come through Hashem.
Well, but it might come through the leader.
No. It's all from Hashem.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So let's learn. So here we go. We're learning the words of the Shulchan Aruch now. We're going to see. Inni Kedusha's Beis HaKnesses. Okay? The idea of the Beis HaKnesses was Shat Tashmishay Kedusha and other things that are items that are holy, that are used for holiness. Shekol Eilu Advarim Shekdusha Pluyim B'das HaAdam. Here we go. Listen to this. All of these things are dependent on the person's intent, right? The person's intent. It's dependent on the person's intent. It's going to explain. Okay, if you take an item, right, and you have in mind, I'm going to use this item for kedusha. For example, let's say you bought a new talis bag, right, a tefillin bag, right. You're going to use that you're going to use it for that. And now you use it for it, right. So in other words, you had intent to use it, and you actually used it. Okay. The David Azayin is Kaddish, it has now holiness in that item. So in other words, by you having intent, by you using it for holy, now this thing is holy.
It's today's daf, too.
Yeah. Is that amazing?
If you bought a talis bag, there's a machlokas if you earmark that to be the talis bag.
But you didn't use it yet.
Yeah.
No, if you didn't use it yet, you could change your mind.
You change your mind. One opinion says if you bought a talis bag, it already has kedusha, so you have to use it.
No. The halach is you have intent to use it, and you're going to see now. Kabbalah Kosel b'Shulchan Aruch and Archaim Sibim Mem Days Samach Gimel 63 Azamne v'Loi Tzarbe. So in other words, if you prepared it, you bought this thing, but you didn't use it yet. V'Loi Tzarbe, you didn't put it in. For example, let's say you bought a new box for your tefillin, bag for your tefillin, right? You bought that, but you didn't use it yet, right? Or tzarbe v'lo yazamne, or you used it, but you didn't have intention to use it. In other words, for example, you go into a store and you try out this bag for your tefillin. You want to see if it fits. Now, so that doesn't mean that bag has any kedusha, right? Because you're just trying it out. Right, so notice, but if you have intent, now I'm going to the store, I buy this bag, I'm going to use it, and I put and now I can't use it for something else. Isn't that interesting? Okay, v'loi chala kedusha, the kedusha is not, it doesn't develop the kedusha on the thing unless you have both, that you used it. Rak azamne v'tzarbe oz chala kedusha. If you have in mind and you use it, then the kedusha is there. Okay, because we're learning about a Beis HaKnesses, right? It's like you have a shul, a building, right? You buy a building, right? And you didn't use the building yet for a shul, so you can use it for whatever you want. right? Once you buy the shul and the building, the room, whatever, a store, whatever the case you're using it for, and you use it as a shul, now that's it. It's now a shul. But we're going to learn about the different laws on how that works, okay?
In terms of like, all of a sudden they have no members and they're closing it.
Whatever, exactly. Right, okay.
Like
What?
rent apartment, like to rent apartment down there, down the street, and use it for a shul. How long is it chal for?
So that we're gonna see. So we're gonna see. They're the leaders, when the leaders of the community, right? We're gonna learn that. Don't worry. We're gonna learn that. Okay. Also, l'haitzi lechulan, you can't use it for chulan. You can't use it for mundane things because it has now the kedusha in there. Got it, everyone? We understand? Okay. Nimsa shetashmisha kedusha samchala al yedei adam. So that means the tashmisha kedusha, things of holiness, is dependent on the individual. Right? It doesn't have the kedusha to it unless, again, there's two conditions. You have intent and you used it for the holiness, then it develops the kedusha. Okay? In Avechein kedusha is basic knesses. Hakol toli b'shiva toivei ha'ir is all dependent on the seven elders, the seven financial officers. These were the time, in the times of the Gemara, there were seven people that were designated to take care of the charities of the community, taking care of the buildings of the community, and so on. So these seven, this was like a panel. This was a vad, right? These seven, they would make the decision for the community. Okay, they were the individuals that were elected by the community to take care of communal things, and these people were the ones that made the decisions. Okay, so that's like you were asking before. So now the people of the community said, okay, now we're going to use this apartment, we're going to use this building, this whatever it is for the shul. So then it has to connect to the shul. But when they say, okay, now we're moving from here. So they have the right to take off the kedusha from that thing, from that place, because it's fascinating. It's all dependent on the intent. We're going to see, okay? Now.
Does that apply also to the, bag, like you have?
No, that wouldn't work like that, no. We're talking about basic knesses.
Right,
okay. It's a building that you can use it then for something else. That's why we're discussing the basic knesses. But if you had a bag that you use for a tefillin, it's very hard to reuse. No, it's very hard.
Like Mordechai uses, for example, or he uses for something else as well, not just.
Well, when
yours,
I bought this bag to use for tefillin, so I don't use it for anything else.
Right.
I won't put my lunch in here.
Right.
I won't use this as a lunch bag.
So then,
it could be used. It could be.
You're going to upgrade. So what's going to be with this one?
Oh, so then that's a we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, so I have my talit. I don't have a talis bag. I put in this black bag behind me.
Okay, so then that black bag is now your a holy bag.
But I have other things in there too.
Like what?
Like
all things for tefillah, all things for your host.
some of it's medication and
Okay.
and.
Well, tzedakah is part of that. That's fine. You keep it in your talis, but that's fine.
No, I'm asking because with tefillin you can't have anything else in there.
Exactly.
But that's why I'm asking about the talis.
Well, that bag is a bag that you bought for tefillah.
Yeah.
Right, you bought it to keep your holy things in there. Okay, whatever. Okay,
Let's stick
to the lesson. Okay, ki isa b'divrei Rabbeinu Zal sheikah kedushas Eretz Yisrael hu ayedei bechinas koyach masav higid liyamai. How do you like that? Hey, look at this. This is so amazing, and I only wish that our leaders of our country here would learn this lesson. I wish they would learn this lesson. And let's read that one more time. Rabbi Nachman writes in lesson 78. The main holiness that you have in Eretz Yisrael, the koyach masav higid. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created everything, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu was the one that designated who's going to get what. Last week's parsha, right? last week's parsha, in Parshas Bo, we had the mitzvah of Kiddush HaChodesh. Right, Rosh Chodesh, right? We got the mitzvah of Rosh Chodesh. Okay? So if you remember back in the beginning of Precious, right? Rashi brings that mitzvah from last week's parsha. He brings the mitzvah of Rosh Chodesh. And he says, hey, why does the Torah start out, Bereshis bara Elokim es hashamayim v'es. Hey, the Torah is not a storybook. The Torah is a book to teach us laws. It's a law book. So why don't you start the lesson with the first law? Communal law. The first communal law that we got as a community was the mitzvah of Rosh Chodesh. So why didn't it start with Rosh Chodesh? Remember? Mm-hmm. Then he said, because of this thing, Koyach Masav Higid Liyamai. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is showing you, I created the world. See, from the very beginning, there was nothing here. We made a yesh me'ayin. We made something from nothing. Okay? And I put the people in the different countries. All right? But now, I gave them these lands, and then they didn't use it correctly, so I took it away from them, because again, it's Hashem's. So Hashem can take it away. It's His. Right? So He could give it, He could take it back. He took it away from them, and He gave it to Klal Yisrael. You understand? It's true. It's true that the Canaanim and the Plishtim and all the other doodle heads were here. It's true. They were all here. But Hashem took it away from them and He gave it to us. Again, you understand the concept? The intent. What the intent was. In other words, the intent was Hashem gave it to them, but they blew it, and then He gave it to us. All right, now we're going to see how this works. And because of that, that's why it was so important that Hashem started the Torah to show that it's all His Torah. It's His world. And therefore Hashem can do what He wants to do. So yes, when they say that Eretz Yisrael belongs to this one and that one, yeah, okay, fine. It was yours. You blew it, now it's ours. And who said that? Hashem said that. Right? This is what we have to believe. This is the truth. Okay. B'ritzaynai nasna lahem. It was the Ratzon Hashem gave it to them. B'ritzaynai not la mehem b'natna lanu. Hashem gave it to them. He took it away from them, and He gave it to us. So it's our land. Got it? Make sense?
Yes, and so it's just part of it. And if you're going ahead to this, it says.
Don't go ahead.
No, I don't know if I am or not. Go ahead.
Yeah, Umavaya b'divrei Rabbeinu Zal ala pasuk. Rabbi Nachman explains at the Breslov Efrat where Moshe Rabbeinu davened the 515 tefillahs, right? That he wanted to go into Eretz Yisrael. When Moshe Rabbeinu davened the 515 tefillahs, remember what happened over there? When Moshe Rabbeinu went to battle with Sichon and Og. Right, he went to battle with Sichon and Og, and Moshe Rabbeinu won the battle with Og. In other words, Moshe Rabbeinu was very worried about Og. He was very worried to go to battle with Og. Do you know who Og was? Og Melech Ma'abashan was the guy that was hanging on to the teva with Noach.
Oh,
right. There was one guy hanging on the teva with Noach, right?
And he survived.
He survived. He survived. And then where do you think the Dara Flugga got their ability to say that we're going to go against Hashem? Oh, Ike said, well, Hashem said that anyone that wasn't in the Teva is going to die. I wasn't in the Teva, and I didn't die.
Well,
instead of praising Hashem that he was able to survive, he used it against Hashem. He told them, what is this? Hashem said that anyone that's not in the teva will die. I wasn't in the teva, I didn't die. It's the same reason why Moshe Rabbeinu last week he chose to tell Paroi, Kachatzois halayla. Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu, Bachatzois halayla. I'm going to come to the thing. But Moshe Rabbeinu said, Kachatzois. Why? Because Moshe Rabbeinu understood this concept. Moshe Rabbeinu understood that no matter what Hashem is going to do, their astrologers, the Egyptian astrologers, may not have the right calculation. Of course they wouldn't. And they'll say, well, you said you were going to come exactly at Chatzos, but you came 2 minutes late, or you came 2 minutes early. So even the fact that he killed all the Bechayrim,
Doesn't matter here.
it didn't matter. But they'll say, well, it was only because, but you didn't do it on the right time. It's amazing. It's truly amazing what people could do. It's truly amazing. Again, it's just, and this guy Og, right? So what happened with Moshe Rabbeinu? So Moshe Rabbeinu thought, wait a second, if I won this battle now, since I won this battle with Sichon and Og, so that means maybe, and now this is now considered Eretz Yisrael, right? And he gave it to Ruvain and Chatzishev Binyamin, right? Whenever he switched, he gave over the land, right? He gave over the land, right? It had holiness to it, right? So Moshe Rabbeinu thought, maybe now I can go into Eretz Yisrael. He davens V'aschana right after that battle. You understand? Because Moshe Rabbeinu thought maybe it was canceled. Maybe now I can go into Eretz Yisrael. So he davened. It's amazing. It's really amazing when you understand the story, why Moshe Rabbeinu chose to daven V'aschana at that time when he chose to daven. Right? Okay, anyway. Okay, Shazeh, Bechinas Kolam HaKoymei Shebekdushas Yisrael Kaifshin Lefamim Eze Makayim U'Makachin Oisei B'Kedushas Yisrael. When we come, when Klal Yisrael goes and we conquer lands, right? Like we did, right? We conquered Gaza, right? Gaza, right? We conquered it, right? It was ours, right? So what do? We gave it back to them. Stupid, right?
We did that with the Kotel too, didn't we?
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Are they going to say, hey, you're robbers, you stole it from us?
Yeah.
Right? That's what they say, right?
They say that.
You stole our land, right? That's what they say, right? How did Reb Nosson know that? How did Chazal know this? That's what they're going to say. Isn't that fascinating? List them at them, right? You rob us. Ach al yedei koyach masav higid liyamai. Oh, but if you understand that it's really Hashem that owns everything, and it was Hashem that gave it to them, and it was Hashem that takes it away from them, so then they have nothing to say. It's really Hashem's. We can conquer the entire world. Isn't that nice, right? We can kol ha'olam, right? And we can sanctify with the kedusha of Klal Yisrael, the whole world, which is going to happen when Mashiach comes. We're waiting for that day. The world doesn't want that, right? The world is fighting against it. They don't want that. They like to do what they're doing. They don't want it. They're not interested in this. Ki b'retzaynai notna lahem, u'b'retzaynai, Hashem took it away from them and He gave it to us. Okay, so that's a very important lesson, right? That's Rabbi Nachman's lesson. It's kind of unbelievable, right? Bechinas kedushas beis hakneses. Ki ikar kedushas beis hakneses hu al yedei bechinas koyach masa. The whole idea that kedusha beis hakneses works the same way, right? This building, this piece of land, was not holy. Like it is anywhere in the world, right? Right? You see that, right? Anywhere in the world, you can set up a place, make it holy, and it has intricate kedusha in that place because again, you had the intent and you used it for it, right? Anywhere.
I hate that. I'm curious about this. So, did they, in a sense, try to do that in Germany?
With what?
Or Jews, wherever they went, we're going to make this our home now. We're going to bring kedusha to the land and.
No, we're talking about a shul. So anytime you do a shul, right? A shul is a mokay, is a migdash ma'at. A shul is a satellite of the Beis HaMikdash. A migdash ma'at. It's like a satellite office on the Beis HaMikdash, right? And it has that holiness like that in the shul, wherever the shul is.
But they're talking about conquering the entire world.
No, that's different. No, right. How does it work? And that's why with a shul, you can make your shul, you can set it up wherever you are in the world. Right? And you see that. There are shuls wherever you go. Right? Yeah. Right? There's a shul set up. There's shuls all throughout the world. We can then sanctify all different places of the world. All places. Again, by having the intent to use it for holiness and then actually using it. It goes under the koyach massive higid. It goes under that where we have the ability to say that Hashem gave it to you. He took it from you, gave it to us, and now we can use it for holiness. And that's how we did it all through the gullahs that we are, right? In all the places, all shul, that's how they worked. Ki Hashem is bara hakol b'ritzaynai v'nosno lanu. Hashem created everything, and He gave it to us. He wants us to use it to show His name, to be Megala Kvod Shemayim in the world, right? Anytime you're being Megala Kvod Shemayim in the world, you're being Megala Hashem in the world, what are you doing? Then you're showing that it's Hashem's bailas. He's the owner. He's the balabas. Shezeh Bechinas Kedushas Eretz Yisrael, and that's the idea of Kedushas Eretz Yisrael. So yes, they say that we stole it from them. No, but we didn't steal it from them. Hashem took it away from them and gave it to us. And if you want to, and if you don't want it, you want a better proof than that. Look at the miracles how HaKadosh Baruch Hu helped us to get back this land. Look at the miracles of every war, right? It is a miracle with everything. It's all miracles. Why does Hashem show it to us that it's all miracles? Because He's showing it's all Him. It's all the Rabbeinu Shalom. So what right do we have to give back land? What right do we have to do that? We have no right to do that.
Yeah, we don't have any right. But I'm still a little confused.
What are you confused about?
Because on one thing we're talking about a synagogue.
Yes.
And then also you're not talking about the land of Israel.
The land
and our
of...
ability to, if we conquer someplace in the world, we make a synagogue there. We make that place holy.
Holy like Eretz Yisrael.
Right. But it's not, but then when we talk about the whole world, are we saying He's giving an example. Okay, here the example is like this: the same way you can take a shul and make a shul in wherever you live, wherever Jews live throughout the world. And how do they do that? Because they buy that piece of land, they lease that piece of land, or whatever they're doing, they're renting it, whatever the case is. They're building a building on there, and they're using the building for it. In other words, that's the thing. He said, there's two things. If you have to, when you buy something, if you buy like you went, you bought your new talis bag, right? Yeah. Your beautiful bag, right? Okay. So now, when you went into the store, putting your tefillin and putting your talis in all different bags, did any of those bags gain any kedusha because you were doing that? No. No, they didn't, because you were just trying them, right? You were just putting. You were just trying it. But as soon as you bought it, as soon as you bought that bag for the intent, and then you put your tefillin in it, so now that bag has holiness, right? You understand? Now the bag developed the holiness because you have the intent to use it for something of Dvar Kedusha, right? And you put your tefillin and your talis in the bag, so now that the bag has holiness. That's dependent on you. You understand? That's how this works with everything in the world. Right? You have intent to use it for that, and then you actually use it. And it has it gains the holiness. It's fascinating that we have the ability to do that, right? So now it depends what we do with Lebanon now.
Okay.
Because we may have actually
we're not discussing. I don't know. Let's learn. Let's stay with the lesson, okay? Kedushas Eretz Yisrael. Ki gam kedushas habeis hakneses hu bechinas kedushas Eretz Yisrael. Because the Beis HaKnesses has in it the holiness of Eretz Yisrael. It's the same idea. That it was. In other words, what's the idea of Eretz Yisrael? Hashem made the world, gave it to these people, but He took it away from them and He gave it to us. So everything in the world, any place in the world, wherever people are living and wherever they're living, if a Jew gets a piece of land in that place, so it's the same idea. Hashem gave it to them, He took it from them and gave it to us. And then we use it for holiness, and that's why it's connection, why it's like Eretz Yisrael. You understand? Every shul has an aspect of Eretz Yisrael in it. Every shul. Okay?
Not conservative shuls.
No. No, shuls that bring Kvod Shemayim. Yeah. We talked about that. It has to be Megala Kvod Shemayim. You're revealing Hashem's. Those shuls are not revealing Hashem's glory. Okay. V'abeis hamikdash v'bechinas mikdash ma'at. Each shul is a mikdash ma'at. It's a satellite
I don't know how you want to say that. And it's like a little satellite office of the Beis Hamikdash. Okay.
Small temple. Yeah.
Small temple. Okay. Elu batei kinesios batei midrashos. And what are those? Those are the study halls, right? The study halls that we have, the batei midrashim, and the prayer place, and the synagogues, right? As Chazal, if you want to see where this came from, this is in Megillah, in Masechtas Megillah, Chav Tes Amid Aleph, okay? That's where he's bringing this lesson from. V'zeh bechinas Migdash Hashem koinenu yedecha. She'ikir Kedushas HaMigdash, shezeh Beis HaKnesses Beis HaMigdash. Midrash, right? That's the idea of, the whole idea is Migdash Hashem koinenu yedecha. What does that mean? Ayidei bechinas yadayim sheyesh bohem kof ches pirkin. It all works through our hands that we have in it 28 joints. In your hands you have koyach. Right? We learned this before, right? Koach, right? In each finger you have three joints, right? In each finger you have three, except for the thumb. The thumb you have only two, right? So 3 times 4 is 12, and 2 from the thumb is 14. 2 hands, that means you have 28 joints, right? Which is the same gematria as koach.
Yad.
Right?
Yad.
Yad is 14, right? Here we go. Yeah, Yad. Here we go. Good. Okay. Koyach Pirkin. Okay. Shem Bechin is Koyach Masav. That's the same idea of Hashem's Koach Masav. Koach, 28. Koach Masav. Hashem did everything, the action of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's creation, of everything. Kamavai B'divrei Rabbeinu Zal, B'mokei Machir, in lesson 44. Shal Yedei Zeh, Ikir Kedushas Beis HaKnesses. That's a Yad the Beis HaKnesses. So 2 ideas here. We have Koyach Masav Higid Liyamai. Right? Koyach Masav Higid Liyamai, right? And that was the idea where HaKadosh Baruch Hu created everything. He gave it to them, but he gave it back, and he took it from them and he gave it to us. Koyach Masav, the same idea, we use our hands, right? You use your hands to put something of a davar kedusha, right? You use your hands, right? When you bought your new bag, you use your hands, right? Your 28 joints, the Koyach Masav, and that's why you're taking Hashem's Koyach Masav. You have 28. So you're tapping into Hashem's Koyach Masa when you use your hands for a Dvar Kedusha. Isn't that beautiful? Mm-hmm. And that's how you put the Kedusha in that bag. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Right? All the other guys are using their bags for whatever the heck it is, right? Like yours, right? Mm-hmm. But you're using your bag.
Pickleball.
Pickleball bag. Yeah, whatever that is.
That I use for Kedusha.
Using that for Kedusha, right?
Yeah, so you can't use it for pickleball anymore.
No.
Whatever that is.
Whatever, yeah.
No, I just remember the story you told me. It was a good story, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good story.
It's a very, very good story, yeah. Okay, anyway, here, now, Val came. B'chol tashmishe kedusha, lo yichala kedusha ad sheyishtamish by. And therefore, anything that you have tashmishe kedusha, woohoo, tashmishe kedusha, it doesn't affect the kedusha on it until you use it. Right? You have to use it. You have to use the item, and then it has the kedusha affected on it.
Like our body.
What? Okay, the Hainu. Azamne v'tzarbe, I prepared it. I bought it. I got it for this. Azamne, I prepared it for this. V'tzarbe, and I used it. And I actually used it, like we learned before. The whole idea is in our hands, that we have the 28 joints in our hands. Shehem bechinas koyach masav are connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu's koyach masav, the way Hashem used the creation of the world, and He gave the world to everyone who He gave it to, but He took it away. He took Eretz Yisrael away from them, and He gave it to us. And it's ours. Bechinas kedushas Eretz Yisrael shedimsheches bechinas koyach pirkin comes from the same idea from the 28. Koyach masav, koyach pirkin, right? We have Hashem used his might, the koyach, in order to create the world. We use the koyach, and it's no coincidence that we have 14 joints in each one of our hands, right? 14 and 14 is 28. Okay. Al kain beinyan shenishtamesh Daika b'kedusha ki hashimush ze bechinas asiyah. Right? When you use it when you're using the thing, that's the mice of asiyah. That's you're doing something. Right? You use it. Right? You bought it, you had in mind to use it, and then you actually used it. Right? Bechinas yadayim. And you use your hands for that to use whatever you're going to put something in or whatever you can use, you're going to use your hands, right? That's how the item has affects the kedusha on the item. Through anything of holiness, right? It comes through, yes.
So can we actually count the 14 on our hands?
You can, yes.
Because I'm thinking it's...
You have 3 joints. That's 1 on your pinky. That's 1 that you move it there, and there. 3. Next finger, 3. 3. 3, and the thumb has 2.
2.
So how much is that?
14.
Oh, there you go.
You counted. Pretty good.
I know nothing.
Isn't that pretty good, right? You never knew that, right?
No, so Adam created...
But you did know that. We had this idea when we were learning Birchas Kahanim. Right? You put your hands out. We learned about the 14 then too.
I don't remember that.
Okay, so we leave. Okay.
You've got the power. You got the power, of course.
Well, a lot of things, if you take the lessons we learn and you write them down, you'll probably remember them. You know that?
Yes, I do know that. My wife teaches me.
You have to write notes. You write notes. If you write notes, you'll be more likely to remember it.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Val came b'inyan azamne v'tzarbe, and this idea of, like Shulchan Aruch says, you buy something, right, and you prepare it. You have the right intent. You have the intent to use it v'tzarbe, and then you actually use it. Daina machshava ma'isa. That's you have the idea of machshava, the intent in the machshava, and then the ma'isa is with the hands, right? Okay. Ki shoyrish hakedusha hu b'machshava. Because the main shirish of Kedusha, the main source of Kedusha is in the person's intent, in the mind, in the thought. It's all about the thought.
So can I ask a quick question? My phone has a siddur on it.
Okay.
So I have a siddur and I have a phone. Should I have them separate? Because some people will take their phone and use it as a siddur.
Okay, that's a different question. Okay. Again, I don't want to get into that. Okay, please. There's a question: should you have a siddur on your phone?
Right.
You have a phone at all.
Well, okay, that's another story. That's another. Okay.
I think I should have a separate phone because I have with a siddur on it and nothing else on it.
But you do, yeah. I gave you that device, the iPad
Yes.
that has a siddur on it. It has everything on it.
I need to bring it with me then.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Art School makes an iPad that only has Torah on it.
Right.
It's an iPad for just Torah. And then if you're using it for that, then that's it.
Because I started becoming uncomfortable using this for siddur.
It became uncomfortable?
It became uncomfortable.
Okay, you see? Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. Ki shayrish HaKadosh hu b'machshava, ki machshava hu b'chines chachma. The machshava is in chachma. Right, we keep learning about chachma being a das, chachma being a keser. Remember all these ideas, right? Chachma. Shu kodesh, which is holy. Kamuva aval, which is brings in the Zohar. Okay, aval ikash shleimus HaKadusha hu kisha kedusha nimsheches biyadayim. The main thing is it comes from the mind. You take it from the chachma, bina, das, keser. You take it and you put it into your hands. You use your hands to do it, right? You could think about the mitzvah of tzedakah all day long, right? Think about it, right? But if you don't take the money out of your pocket with your hands and you give it, you didn't do the mitzvah, right? In other words, you have to use your hands to do most mitzvahs, correct? You need to use your hands, right?
And I even took it, one time I took out more tzedakah than I intended.
Yeah.
I said, well, I must be supposed to do that, so I put it in all of tzedakah. Because remember how you said sometimes you pull out a quarter and sometimes you pull out, but you intended to pull out something different?
That we learned about that if you do that, then you're supposed to think about why did you get the wrong coin,
Right.
right? Ask Hashem, let's see, really I was supposed to get the right coin, but I didn't get the right coin. Why didn't I get the right coin? What did I do wrong?
Or maybe he's saying you have to do this with the coin.
Okay, fine. But we learned the idea that if you had intent to get a specific coin, and you got another coin came to your hand, so then you have to ask yourself, why did that happen? Why didn't I pick the right coin?
Right.
Okay?
It says Iker.
Yeah.
And that's
the source of the
is the shorish, right?
Yeah.
And then shleimus
is when you put into effect.
Iker shleimus, that's
We the Adayim, you're the Maisa, yeah. You know, you could the whole point of the learn Torah is the layat as a limud, it's the Iker, is the Maisa is the Iker. Right? You learn Torah, you learn halacha, so you learn how to do the mitzvahs. Right? You learn through Shulchan Aruch, you learn through Gemara, you learn Mishnah. Whatever you're learning so you learn how to be a Jew. You learn what to do. If you don't learn, you won't know. But the learning is not the main thing. It's actually doing the mitzvahs, performing the mitzvahs.
So that's the action and the intent.
You have the intent and the action. Here we go. Okay, Bechinas Uvda. That's the idea of the Maisa. The Uvda is the Maisa, the action. Shezeika Malish Shleimus HaKedusha Shemis Kashrin HaUvda VaAsiya El HaKedusha. When you take your mind, the intent, your thought, right, and you connect that to your hand, your actions, and your actions demonstrate what you're thinking, and then that's the main ikra of Kedusha. Bechina su yedechem kodesh, like we say, lift up your hands for holy, to lift them up for holiness. Su yedechem kodesh, right? Some people, when they wash their hands for bread, they say first su yedechem kodesh, right?
We do. Yeah.
You do that, right? Why do you do that? Su yedechem kodesh, because I'm showing, hey, these hands are holy. I got to use these hands for holy things.
Isn't it in the Shulchan Aruch to do that, I think? Is it in the Shulchan Aruch?
It's a minute. People have a minute. Shulchan Aruch says you have to wash your hands.
Breslov likes to lift up their hands.
Lift up your hands, yeah. Lift up your hands, right here. He just said the minute of the Teimanim, they do that also.
We say it every time before Nechila Yadayim.
So you put your hands down, you make the bracha, right?
Yeah.
You don't make your bracha when your hands are up, right? You say Suyi Deichem Kodesh, and then you put your hands down till you get the bracha, right?
Yeah.
You do that. Is that what you do?
No.
Yeah, and then we take it
Then you
down.
put your hand. Why you put your hand? Because now you want to get the blessing from Hashem. You didn't put your hands up.
So you do it the opposite.
Wait a second.
No. No. Suyi Deichem Kodesh, Baruch Hashem.
That's
But no, that's what I do.
You do that? You say
Yeah.
I'm confused. What I do is I wash them,
Yeah.
I put my hands up, and I say the bracha.
No, you make your hand. So if you make the bracha while your hand is up, the blessing coming down is going to go right down.
No, I want to try to catch it early. I'm with you more if I.
Okay, but put your hands hold your hands like that up. Hold your hands like this up, then if you can do that.
So you
catch the blessing.
We're supposed to wash our hands, put them up, and then bring them down, and then say the blessing.
Yes, that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Okay.
That's a game plan.
Yeah, that's the proper way to do it. But you could keep it whatever. Just wash
It's
your
not
hands and make
whatever.
the bracha. That's the main thing.
I want to do it the ideal way that Hashem really wants me to.
Yeah, okay. It's
it's
the
not-
same
it's
idea.
not
This
whatever.
is connected to last week's parsha. We had the mitzvah of tefillin, right? Mitzvah of tefillin, right? Right. So this is the same idea with tefillin. How's it the same isaiah with tefillin? Isaiah says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's tefillin are white. You know that?
Right. Yes.
Hashem has white tefillin. White is a color that doesn't absorb anything. It just reflects everything. Correct? White reflects, right? If you're sitting in a car on a very hot day, right? And you're in a white car versus a black car. So the white car will get cooled much quicker than the black car, correct? They'll probably both get cooled, but the white car will get cooled a lot quicker and it'll be easier to cool the car than it'll be the black car, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but our tefillin have to be what color? Black. They must be black. They must be black. And what's the second requirement of the tefillin? They must be square. Black and square, right? They must be square. Right? If your tefillin aren't square, you have to get them fixed, right? They're supposed to be square. Yes. Right? Now, square is an interesting shape because nothing in creation that was made in creation is actually square. right? You'll find things that are round. You may find things that are triangular, star-shaped, different things, right? But you won't find anything that comes square because you have to do something. It's an action. You have to do something. Now, why is Hashem's tefillin white and ours are black? Because Hashem is giving off the light. And we want the black. The black accepts the light. Yeah. Right? The same way the black accepts the heat, right? That's the mashal for the nimshal, right, Yossi? Yeah. Right? What's the mashal for the why do we see it down here that if you see something black, it absorbs the heat, right? And then something white reflects the heat. Why is that? That's how Kadosh Baruch Hu's tefillin are white, reflecting, giving off the light. And we wear the black tefillin. We have the black so that it can absorb the light. And why does it have to be square? Because we have to do our actions in order to accept to make the kli for the light.
So our talus is supposed to be white.
Talus is white.
How does that fit into this?
No, the talus is, we're talking about the tefillin. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got, okay. V'zeh k'shleimus ha'kedusha hu al biyadayim, shesham ikra ha'kedusha shenemeshachim umalin ha'yadayim, she'em b'chinas asiyah. I lift up my hands, that's showing an action. Again, I'm using my hands, I lift up my hands, that's an action. Ela kedusha, to the holiness. V'zeh ikra shleimus ha'kedusha, ki ikra shleimus ha'kedusha, shenimtza ha'kedusha, gam madrega tachtayna b'chinas asiyah, down here in this world, right? In other words, so the kedusha is really coming from Hashem. Hashem has all the kedusha, right? And I want to pick up my hands in order to connect myself to the kedusha. Right? Why is it again? Why does Hashem put 14 joints in each one of my hands? Because again, I need koach. Together, I lift up my hands, right? That's koach. Koach masav higid liyama. Right? Koach masav higid liyama. The whole idea. Right? Yossi, you weren't here before, but we said that's why we just to review, last week's parsha, we had the parsha of Rosh Chodesh, right? Rosh Chodesh, right? Rashi asked in Bereshis, why does the Torah start with the story of Bereshis? Torah is not a storybook, right? And it should have started with the first mitzvah, communal mitzvah that we got. The first mitzvah was Rosh Chodesh, right? That was the first mitzvah. So why doesn't the Torah start with Rosh Chodesh, right? And then why does Rashi answer? Rav Yitzchak, because Hashem shows that He created the world, He gave the land to certain people, but He took it away from them and He gave it to us. And even though those people are going to say, listim atem. You know what they say to us, Yossi? Listim atem. You stole our land. Yeah, okay. You forfeited your land. Because of your evil actions, you forfeited it. You forfeited the land because of your evil actions. Right? And that's what Eretz Yisrael should tell those excuses for human beings in Gaza. Right? You forfeited your land. We gave it to you. You forfeited it. Now it's ours. And get out.
Is that what happened when the temple came down and we left and got kicked out of Israel?
Yeah.
The way we forfeited it?
We forfeited it, right. But it's still Hashem gave it to us.
Yeah.
And that's why we can come back to Eretz Yisrael.
Yeah.
Right, but that's like...
There was never a time that all Jews left Israel. There were always Jews living in Israel throughout the ages. There were always Jews here.
That seems to be the nekuda, like the machlokas even within our ilum, like in Torah Karta. Just in that, hey, Hashem did that. You Jewish people had a lot of power in your hands that you could take simple things and turn them into kadosh. And the same way that Hashem did that with Eretz Yisrael, you can do that also. You can come in there and you can even do it to the rest of the world. You can really conquer the world if you're sanctifying things.
Right.
He said that and he wasn't even here for it.
No.
But if you're not, you're out.
Yeah.
You're out and you're not.
Right. So that's what the Torah characters say. What are they saying? They're saying, look, you started. No. What are they saying? You started a land, and the whole premise of the land that you started is we should be like all other nations. That was the premise. Yeah. That's wrong.
Right? That's wrong.
No, their idea is correct. The way they do things is that they're whatever, but that's another story. The idea is, in other words, even look at Reb Soloveitchik at the time. He didn't like there was a lot of things. Well, what are they doing, these guys? What are they doing? They're starting a country They're starting a country to be like all other. We're not like all other countries. We're not. We're not supposed to be like all other countries.
If you're gonna continue to try to be like other countries,
You're gonna have then you have October 7th.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, then we have all these problems, right? That's what
Yeah,
happens.
but, and there are,
sanctifying it.
and there are.
Exactly. There's no sanctity. Right? There's no sanctity. Right?
Except for some of the people in groups are.
Yeah,
maybe they
exactly.
are sanctifying
Yeah.
it. It's
וזה
growing.
בכינס שכל התשמישי קדושה חליה קדושוסם דייקה על ידי מחשבה ועובדה. And that's why when anything you have, anything you buy, right? You could take any bag that you'd like to use for your tefillin, any bag you like to use for your talis. It doesn't matter. If you have intent to use it, and then you actually use it, you have now kedusha in there. It's the same idea we have when you make a person makes a shvuah, right? They make a shvuah. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to do this, or I'm not going to do that. The words make kedusha, right? Words there make kedusha, right? Here we're saying now machshava and the action make the kedusha. Okay, and we have the idea with words as well, right? Right? We have that idea.
Yeah.
Person can say, I swear that I will not eat a steak, right? Even it's kosher, and it's it's halak, and it's a Beit Yosef, and it's whatever. He can't eat it because he swore that he can't eat it. But his words made it us to him.
Well, what happened to his?
That's like it's no different for him from eating something that's not kosher. But there's nothing wrong with it. But he said the words.
What did Yana do when you got rid of the old toilet bag that you had? When you got the new one, do we have to do something because it had kedusha?
No. So So we said you could throw that out. You
I could throw it out.
But put it in another bag when you
Another
throw it
bag,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, put it in another bag, right? We said that like the beged from the tzitzis.
Right.
We learned in Kitzur, right? We learned that
Right.
you can use it, but don't throw it directly in the garbage. Put it in a bag and throw it out. Right? Okay, because there's kedusha in there that you can't use it for something else. But again, we said there's a difference between tashmishe kedusha, right, and there's something that has the actual kedusha, right?
So what do I do with my tefillin because I'm getting a new one?
That goes to shemus.
The old one,
Yeah, the tefillin go into shemus.
Seamus, because it has.
They get buried. Those get buried.
Huh?
Okay, dahainu azamne v'tzarbe. I prepared it and I used it. Aval hazamna levad. But if I just prepared, I had intent to use it. V'lav milsahi, but I didn't use it. It doesn't do anything. Just the intent means nothing. You need to use it. In other words, it's the idea of the intent and then the action. Koyach masa, the koyach. You need to use it. Ki yikeh malus shleimus hakadusha unimsheches be'uvda daika bebechinas asiya. You have to actually do it. You actually have to use it. You understand that? I think we're going to stop over here on that because some of you guys have to go daven now. We're going to learn one quick halacha. Okay, do we understand this lesson?
To the best of my ability.
I think it's a very important lesson to realize how important it is what we do, right? Everything we do. Take care, Yaron.
I'm switching off with you. I'm heading out tomorrow.
Can you give a bracha? He's going to the shiksa, the Super Bowl, and
Okay.
give a bracha.
I give a bracha. You should be.
You go to the Super Bowl.
I'm not on the same team. How would you go to that? That's all.
Okay. Let's learn a quick halacha. Where are we up to in here? Where are we up to in Kitzur? Do you know? Do you know where we're up to in Kitzur? We're up to Dalet, I think. No, I think we're up to 4. We're in Yud Beis Hachanas Haguf L'Tfila Mekayim Shiroy L'Spalaboy. Right? We're getting we're around 4. That's where we're up to. Okay, here we go. Mi shebari loy she'ena yochel lamed al atzmai milafiach ad sheyigma kriya shema u'tfila. The person is sure he has some kind of stomach ailment, right? And he has a lot of gas, okay? And he's sure that there's no way he's going to be able to go through to get through kriya shema, right? Without passing gas. Listen, this is the halacha. This is the halacha, right? Right?
I get it. It's very Lamaisa.
Nice, okay.
It's mice.
Muta, look what it says here. Muta sheyaver zman kriya shema tefillah. It's better that you don't even make the zman of shema and tefillah shmona esrei. It's better.
I have such a problem with that. I know you're
Well,
right.
mimashi yispala b'loy guf naki, to daven with a body that's not clean.
Again, fine. Obviously, if someone's covered in...
He was saying he's buried. He's sure that this is going to happen. He's absolutely sure he's going to have past gas.
No, well, hold on. Past gas or...
Past gas, your fiach.
Yeah, but he can't... It says covered in like feces, basically, I think is what he's referring to.
No. Milahafiach. What does milahafiach mean? Gas. Not soa. That's not soa. No. We're talking about gas.
So if I know I'm gonna...
Shalom, do you agree? This is not so. No.
So
Okay,
you're
wait.
saying I can
One
know if I'm
second.
gonna
Min
pass
mashi ispala b'lei guf naki. V'im avad zman tefillah. Im avar zman tefillah onisu. Now, if he passes the zman tefillah, shmon esrei, right? So what happens if you pass zman tefillah and you're in oinus, right? In other words, it wasn't your fault. So then you can make up the tefillah, right? In other words, let's say he gets up in the morning, he has a lot of gas, and he can't stop it. It doesn't want to stop. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. So what do? So don't daven. But it's not your fault. Because it's not your fault, you'll be able to say a second Shmona Esrei when it comes to Mincha time. Right? You're able to make up the tefillah. If you don't daven on time, purposely, you can daven, and you can't make up the tefillah. But if you're in Ones, what?
I was always thinking that if I missed it because of time, not because of gas, that I could say the Shemona Esrei twice and make it up.
No.
can't.
Oh, no. Only if you're in Ones. Only if you have no choice. You have no choice. You can't daven. Not if I decide, I'm going to do. Hey, listen, Mincha's time for Mincha now. I have to forget about it. I'm busy now. I'll daven 2 Shemona Esreis by Mariv. You're not allowed to do that.
No, but what if I got distracted and I just forgot?
If you got this, well, you shouldn't be this. You have to set a reminder. Set a reminder.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we're learning this because he knows that's an then the person's in ones. Then he can daven again, right? Onesu. Umashlam achakach kilakamen b'simin chav. Then he can make up the tefillah when he's sure that he won't have the gas. But you only can make up one tefillah, right? You can't go if he has gas in the morning and then he still has gas by mincha time, so you can't then daven 3 Shemona Esrei Shemayim. That doesn't work. You can only catch up on one, right? You can only catch up on one. You can't catch up on 2.
Because
Well, okay. But im yeira loy sheyochel lamoid alatzmei b'shas kriya shema yoniach tefillin bein haboiche b'ama Yisrael b'ahava. Right, so if he feels he feels he's okay, he can hold back for 10 or 15 minutes or whatever it is, 10 minutes that he can hold back his gas. So then he can put on his tefillin, right, and he could say the bracha of Abaycha B'Ama Yisrael B'Ahava, right, and then he could say Kriya Shema, U'Mavarach Aleim, and he can make the blessings on them. And he can do. Okay, so basically, you understand. If a person knows for sure he can't go for a period of time without passing gas, he's an ones, right? He's an ones, and you're not allowed to daven. You're not doing something by davening. You're making a bezayin.
If you're going to go into it that way, if you're going to go beforehand, if you know that, hey, this is a problem, I'm having gas, and I'm not going to be able to make it for the next half hour without passing gas, so then that's right. Don't even bother.
You're in ones. Don't even start. Right?
Once you have your tefillin on, which as long as you know you can go, you're 10, 15 minutes, Shema, Esrei, you're fine. Once you have the tefillin on, and
we learned that you're not allowed to pass gas when you have the tefillin on. That's we learned that. No, that's a big problem.
Okay, did you say that if we know in advance we're going to pass gas? You seem to have said something about that. What if I don't know that I'm going to pass gas? What just happens?
Oh, if it just happens, so then you have to ask Hashem to forgive you. Yeah. Yeah, shkoyach to you. Shkoyach to you. Here we're talking about. We started the halacha here. Mi shebari lo she'ena yochel amay. Right? If you know what that's the halacha for today. If you know for sure, yes. Okay?
So
everyone, thank you for joining in. It's so good to be back. Have a wonderful day. Besora tovot.